So speaking of dried up, and a great segue into our next subject, I was going to talk about the fun fact that I tried to gloss over earlier, is to not destroy the surprise, is that the man who actually shared the General Mills story, his wife happens to look like this. It's actually the husband of Danielle Fisher, more popularly known as Topanga, who, for everybody in my age bracket who knows from Boy Meets World, knows that Danielle Fisher and Ethan Suplee were probably the two greatest things to come out of that show. But I figured it'd be a great time to talk about our childhood crushes, something innocent and fun that we haven't really talked about or dove into on the show. And I thought that would be funny, especially because Topanga was high at the top of my list. I'm not going to lie.
So can I just talk for a second and say that Ryan and I are within 6 degrees of separation of Topanga.
Which means I'm less than 7.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to work some magic.
We
got to get her on the show.
Yeah, I'll try. But a show that a comedian from New York, Rich Williams, he's been on Comedy Central, MTV, did a lot of shit. He was a writer for the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Actually went on a date with Topanga.
Oh, yes.
And I was so fucking jealous.
Yeah, me too. Dwayne commented and so sorry my phone was in my pocket and I was walking. I apologize. It's all right, Dwayne. It's good for the algorithm when people leave.
Is that actually you or the fucking
that could be the Mills Mafia.
GW. As GW knows, we do not negotiate with terrorists on the quarantine show. If you have Dwayne, let him go. Otherwise, we're going to send the Vermont Comedy Outlaws on your ass.
Yeah. The Vermont Comedy Outlaws will battle the Captain Crunch crew.
We already dealt with Hickory being kidnapped. We won't stand for another.
No, once was one too many. But yeah, I assume most guys in the group, you guys all had a thing for Topanga. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I gotta say, Hickory, you're hitting really close to home on this one, because this was the crush, and then was Salma Hayek. But this one was I don't know. I mean, I think she was supremely lovable. I don't know if it was the writing, just the fact that she was naturally beautiful. She was much older, too, than, like, anyone realized. Like, when she started shooting, and she was, like, by the time she was supposed to be, like, 20, she was in her, like, mid-30s or something like this.
Yeah.
Because the way it just went on forever. But I actually went out and bought a magazine that was like one of these Teen Crush magazines that had a thing. And I wrote her this letter. I was very, very young. And in the letter, I put a bunch of bullshit that I was like a successful model. And I'm like, I'm actually like 18 and have my own car. So that's cool. And like, I'm a model and like all this stuff. And like, I remember like kind of like having my parents like maybe proofread or something, or somehow they read it or something. And my mom was like, these are all very superficial things that you're like writing in this love letter to Topanga on Boy Meets World, which aired every Friday, 8 p.m. TGI Friday.
I miss TGI Friday. Was it fair to say, Ryan, was she on your young days crush list?
Oh, I mean, let's say top 8. Number 1 through 7 for me. Charlene Sinclair from Dinosaurs.
Okay.
I had gone prehistoric on my wiener to Charlene Sinclair.
That's great. I don't feel so bad admitting that I had a serious thing for Lola Bunny for a little while.
Oh yeah, Smoke Show.
Yeah, dude. Especially the sexy Lola Bunny movements from Space Jam. Like, my God. Yeah, I hope she comes back in Space Jam too.
You don't know? Oh my God.
But that is a thing, right?
Yeah. No, she's back.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
you don't know about what happened to her?
Well, I have some fantasies about what happened to her, but I'm pretty
No.
sure that's not in canon.
Okay, so first off, let me say my first celebrity crush was Gadget from the Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
God, she had hips for days. I don't care if she had a tail. But no, Lola Bunny, look at, like, they fucking flattened the bitch.
Oh, I have not seen.
Yeah, like she used to have like boobs.
She was beautiful, and you flattened her. What's the matter?
First off, I just wanted to put this up real quick to make
Yes.
sure we knew what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
Everyone
that's my
knows
girl.
exactly who G.W. Foley had a crush on, just so we can be
Yes.
Those
right.
clear. It was
big
a
ears.
cartoon mouse.
Yeah, so we got to pull up the new Lola.
Yeah, you need to. If you had a crush on her, like I didn't have a crush on her, but like there was definitely some flickage going on in the penal region.
What did they do? So I'm assuming this on the left was the original,
Yes,
and this is
what they reduced her to.
yeah, she looks like a softball player now. This
Well,
is
I mean,
horrendous.
the problem is like for just far too long, we just went with huge boobs. You know what I mean? And now they're like,
Yeah, I mean,
probably
yeah.
have to dial that back.
Look how
I hope
sexy
that-
this was back in the day.
Yeah.
I hope they made Marvin the Martian sexy in the new Space Jam. That's all I'm concerned about.
Oh, me too. That's
You know, I mean, you got to say like Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, right?
Yes.
I mean, she was hot, and
I had a bigger crush on a Yellow Ranger.
well,
see, I thought she was
Both
pretty
were
too.
hot.
and then
I'm getting
Hillary
worked up
Swank
over here.
in the next Karate Kid, right?
Hillary Swank.
Yeah,
Right? Was that Hillary Swank?
Yeah.
But she kind of had that, like, you know, she was like had that you know, whole thing, kind of the bad girl kind of thing. But if you watch that movie now, that movie is so date rapey, and could never have that script. That script would
No.
never be made. There's a scene where 5 men are chasing her down the hallway, and she's like scared to death, and she's running from them, and they're like these like militia like guys. They're on top. They're like, "Come back here! You come back here!" And it's just like, what are these 5 guys planning on doing to this one girl if they caught her? Like, what you 5 guys is playing? You're gonna completely kick her fucking ass? Wow, way to go, boys! Like, you're like, what was your plan here? You know what I mean? And like, just like
We
imagine
did
like
not
fixing that.
think this through.
No, they didn't think this through. You know what I mean? I'm like, so this next scene, we have a young girl. She's fearing for her life because 5 men are going to brutally beat her to death if they catch her. This movie's called The Next Karate Kid, and it's exactly what high school's like in America.
I also wanted to say that Jonathan Taylor Thomas was one of my
Absolutely.
one of my '90s crushes.
He was unfair how good looking he was.
Yeah, it's not fair at all.
What's
it's
he look
just-
like now? How is he doing?
I just imagine he always looks like Simba. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I don't want to demean the man's acting career, but
Well, what kills me right now is this whole debate on the hair part thing, where it's like, is it cool to part your hair down the middle or part to the side, or how should you part your hair? Let me just tell you right now, Jonathan Taylor Thomas was one of the most beautiful men who ever lived, and he parted his hair right down the fucking middle. And for the rest of everybody who ever saw a hair part like that, it's like, you'll never get a part that good. You never will, because you ain't Brink. You know what I'm saying?
this is roughly what he looks like now. Which
Boy,
is
did he go downhill.
That's Fred Armiston.
yeah, I'm not a. Okay, so
He's still a good-looking man.
yeah, he's not bad, but he's not.
Who was I looking at? William Dafoe?
That's the lead singer of the Bleachers.
Kevin was in here commenting. He said GW would have a crush on a gerbil.
I would.
That's a great one. He also commented in Punky Brewster.
Ooh, Punky
Yeah.
Brewster. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially the later years before she had the titty reduction.
Oh, I forgot
yeah.
about that. Nick Waters said they were just trying to take her to Five Guys.
Yeah, he catches up here and he's like, "Hey, by the way, sorry about that. What are you doing Friday? You want to go on a date or
2 patties?"
You look like you were really hungry after that jog. You need a burger.
Why are you running from us, man?
And then Dwayne Rhodes commented in John Stamos.
Oh yeah.
I hear you. He was hunky.
Yep.
Hunky.
Can I just say, and I want to admit this, that the I can't remember which Hanson brother it was, but the one that played keyboard,
Zach.
Zach was the drummer.
Oh, he was? Okay. Yeah. That's the only one I know.
I only know that.
GW just sounds like an old whore over here. I mean, Ryan's like, Zach, yes, I remember him well. That wasn't Zach. Oh, what was it? What was it? Was it Bill? Or who was it? Anyhow.
Isaac was the oldest on guitar, but I can't remember the middle brother's name. Anyways, I thought he was a chick for the longest time. And I had the biggest crush on him because he had like the long hair and the cute features and sang like a girl. And turns out later, like when I was in my 20s, I dated a chick that also had a crush on him. And I was like, wow, this was meant to be. We have a crush on the same dude. This is amazing.
You had the same hall pass. And I love the fact that GW at one point just made the realization. He's like, wait a second. The Hanson brothers are all men?
Hey, it's called Hanson. They didn't.
Oh, they were handsome.
They're handsome. Hanson brothers.
I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who might be watching, but I'm 99% sure that both the Beautiful Assistant and I that Hanson's on the newest season of The Masked Singer. And I'm not going to give any hints as to who I think it is, but I'm like 99% positive that Hanson's doing it.
They had a song out a couple years ago that just fucking slapped.
They are one of the best, and I will say this full honesty, no joking, one of the best concerts I've seen. It's 3 incredibly talented brothers who have perfect vocal melodies together. They had a great show. They did half the show. Then 2 brothers go away. One does 2 songs. The other does 2 songs. They all have a little set break, but the show never stops. And then, it was just a great show. We saw them on.
They just hitting the pile of cocaine in the green room. And like, you do that, I'm out, and I'm back.
They also have a brewery in whatever state they're from. I can't remember.
But this is the problem. When you do something that's as successful as Mbop, it doesn't matter how talented or what you do after that. People just think Mbop. You know what I mean?
That's a great tune.
It's like Bobby. Is it Bobby McFerrin? Is that his name? Who sings?
Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah. Don't worry, be happy. He's like award-winning composer, orchestrator, massive thing. He wrote like this incredibly just catchy, simple tune. Probably made more money on that, but it's hard to like break away from something when it's that successful. And it's like Mbop for the rest of their like existence, like overshadows all that success. Because Mbop, dippy dappa doo bop, do it all my doo bop, shooby dap I do was that was the soundtrack to me jerking off to Topanga. You know what I'm saying?
The callback. The last comment I wanted to read before we move on to the next subject is Dwayne said, "You guys are all chanting your inner Pepe Le Pew right now." And
if you move, I break all your bones.
I am the furthest from French ever, though. I just want to put that there.
Fuck the French.
Exactly. I've never dropped any of my guns, and they've all been fired. That's the story about the old, I don't know if you guys knew about the old French Revolution rifle, trying to sell it, never fired, dropped only once. That's an old classic.
That's funny. I like that.
Nick said GW needs a new bottle. I agree.
I killed my bottle.
Well, that means it was a good show.
Yeah, it's been a good one.